Hello, YouTube. It's me, John Avenger, once again, and welcome back to PG-13 Movie Month. And today we're going to review an action comedy from 2010. Excuse me, my hat has a string here. Oh, ah. Yeah, there we go. Much better. And it's not a new hat, but anyway, it's a 2010 action comedy based on an adaptation of a Vertigo comic book. I bet Tevia's heard of this. It's called The Losers. Yeah, this is a film that came out in 2010. I didn't see this in the theater because it didn't have interest. This was a few months after Avatar came out and Zoe Saldana blew up, and I was like, nah, at the time I didn't care about her. This film cost only $25 million, so the budget was really low for something like this, and it only made 29. That is some bullshit because this movie right here, The Losers, is not a loser. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Critics made it, its bitch saying, oh, the film's the comparison to the 18 movie, a remake of which was released shortly after The Losers. Both of those movies are underrated, I think. Yeah, Vertigo was a DC Comics. It's related to DC, but these are not superheroes. These are just, pretty much mercenaries, if you will. Basically, let me give you a synopsis. An explosive action tale of betrayal and revenge, The Loser centers around a member of an elite special forces unit sent to the Bolivian jungle on a search and destroy mission. Kind of like Predator, except there's no alien here. And that was in Central America. This is in South. But the team Clay, Jensen, Roke, Pooch, and Cougar soon find that they have become the target of a deadly double cross investigated by a powerful enemy known only as Max. Yeah, I'll give you a guess. Which one of these people is the villain? I'll give you a guess. Hint. He has dark skin. Yeah. Anyway, making good use of the fact that they're not presumed dead, the group goes deep undercover in a dangerous plot to clear their names and even the score with Max. They are joined by the mysterious Aisha, a beautiful operative with her own agenda, of course, because every, feminist has an agenda, and capable of scoring a few points of her own. If they can take down Max and save the world at the same time, it will be a win-win for the team known as the Losers. Yeah, basically that's what it is. That's the synopsis in a nutshell. Now, the film's not perfect. I will say I like some of the cast. I like Chris Evans, he's great in the movie. I think this is his best role besides Captain America. He's Jensen. He's basically the nerdy guy with the glasses that does this. He's very quirky. The beginning of the movie, he's dry humping some dinosaur toys. He has a sense of humor. I love Chris Evans in the movie. Always loved him as an actor since the early 2000s. You got Jeffrey Dean Morgan. He's always a good actor. I've never seen The Walking Dead. I've heard he's one of the best things in it. He was a great comedian in Watchmen. He's such an asshole, but he's a good actor, so that's why I like him. You got, I think, Columbus Short in the movie as well. Yeah, he's good. He's the American black guy, right up there. He's good in the movie. He should get more work. He should get more work than freaking Baega. I'll tell you that much. And you also have, and I think that's about it. Yeah, the rest of the cast is forgettable. Idris Elba, spoiler, he's the villain in the movie. Yeah, a dark-skinned British guy. We're canceling the apocalypse in freaking Pacific Rim. Yeah, fuck you, buddy. You're not going to play Bond. And Zoe Saldana, when I first saw this, I was like, nah, not a fan of her. She's way too thin for me. There's a scene where she's in a bikini or whatever in her underpants. I'm like, okay, now I can see it because I like her as Gamora in Guardians 1 and 2, but in other movies, she's hit or miss for me. I hated her in Avatar. That accent just drove me bananas. Those romantic dramas she does and comedies, I'm like, no, you're not funny. You're not a comedian. And they always cast her like she's black. Guys, she's Spanish. Saldana is a Spanish name. She's Dominican and Puerto Rican. I know, I checked. I got a tablet right here. Basically, yeah, but I don't really buy her as a mercenary because she's so thin and she's not really that muscular. So as Gamora, I do. And also the Mexican guy, Oscar Janada. I don't know how to say it. I'm not Mexican. He's the guy up here. He doesn't talk much. He's just there. He's like, boss, those people over there or whatever. I'm like, whatever. Just, he's basically just the low rent version of what's his name? Danny Trejo from Machete. And basically, but the action is actually decent in this movie. It's not very long. It's only 97 minutes. It's not 2 hours. There's not a lot of CGI in it. It's a little tone watered down because it's PG-13. It's not R, but it's does its job. They curse in the movie, so it's not. It's basically a Marvel film when it comes to the tone. And like I said, Chris Evans is hilarious in the movie. The scene where he's doing this to the guys in the elevator, that's awesome. If you haven't seen this movie, definitely see this before you see Infinity War or the sequel to Infinity War, because he has facial hair and he has his hair just like Captain America, in Infinity War without the mask, and he's the best part of the movie. Like he is hands down the best actor in the film. I can see it just for him. And the film was directed by Sylvain White. Let me see who that is. I've heard of him. Sylvain White. He's a French director. I'll give him credit. A lot of them know how to direct. Villeneuve is one of the best directors working today. He did Arrival and Blade Runner 2049. I just love the way he shoots films. He's French Canadian. Pierre Morel, he directed the first Taken. I think that's a good movie. And I like From Paris to Love, I think is awesome. The worst one is Olivia Megaton. That guy is one of the worst directors I've ever seen. He can't keep the camera steady. Every action movie he does, he shakes the camera like he's getting, whacked off, and he edits everything like this, like just like crazy. Like it's just frenetic and it's horrible. It's not like John Wick. John Wick, that's done well. This guy did Slender Man, which that's the recent movie he did. I don't want to talk about it. He did Stomp the Yard, which I've heard decent things, and he also did I Always Know What You Did Last Summer, which was shit. But this is one of his most underrated films, I must say. He has an eye for detail. Joel Silver produced the movie. He did the Lethal Weapon movies, The Matrix, and the first two Die Hards, and the two Predator movies, the good one and the sequel that Josh hates so much. But he's a good producer. He's not Abrams, at least. You got Peter Berg did the screenplay. He did Battleship, and James Vanderbilt. He did he wrote Darkness Falls. I think that's underrated. Basic. It was decent, but I hate the twist ending. Is stupid. The Rundown's a good fun rock movie before he was in everything. Zodiac, very well done thriller. The Amazing Spider-Man. I hate that movie. God, he wrote that movie and the second one. Yeah. They made Spidey emo. No, I'm not buying it. He also did the White House Down, which I like, but he's a hit and miss. He's kind of like Simon Kimber, but I think that guy's way worse. But the film, The Losers, if you've never seen it, it's based on the comic. I never read the comic, but I've heard, it's a decent film. It got like a 40 something percent on Rotten Tomatoes. It doesn't deserve that. It has a fan base. IMDb, it gets a 6 point something. So I liked it. Considering how also Jason Patrick's in the movie, he's there. He's not really the good actor I like. I hated him in Speed 2. Yeah, Zoe Saldana, like I said, she's mixed. I'm mixed on her. Like is she a good looking woman? Yeah, but she's a little too thin for me. I like women that are much plumper and have more ass. And I don't know. I like her skin color. I do. Brown, dark skinned women are my thing, definitely. But skinny Spanish chicks, I have my reservations. This is a good, nice picture of her. There she is. Jeffrey D. Morgan, yeah, he's basically the more like gruffer Robert Downey Jr. Idris Elba, no, don't care about him. That's a face that a lot of women love. Chris Evans, unshaven, yeah. But this movie's a lot of fun. If you've never seen this movie, her name is Aisha Al Fadil. That sounds Arabic for some reason. It doesn't sound Spanish. It says she's Islamic North African origin. Yeah, you casted a Hispanic. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. You could have casted Lupita Nyong'o. If she was around at that time, she would have been casted perfect because she's African, so it makes sense. People don't know that some Spanish people they think they're black, and I'm like, yeah, I do my research. I have a brain, and I have eyes, and I can read, so I'm not stupid. But anyway, who else is in the movie? Holt McCallany, he's Wade Travis. You got Peter McDeesey as Vikram, and Peter Francis James as Fidel. That's about it, yeah, and that's about it. Tim Story actually was gonna direct it, but he did the second Fantastic Four movie, and then he did those shitty ride along movies, which I hate those movies. Well, the first one I hated. I didn't even bother with the sequel. The reception, yeah, it says The Losers is loud, fast, and unrelentingly violent, but it's also funny and well acted. which will make all the difference for some action fans. I like the film. It's not deep, guys. When I want an action movie, I want an action movie. I don't want a 2.5 hour drama with action like at the end. I mean, I'm watching The Losers. I'm not watching American Sniper or Dunkirk or freaking. I know those are war movies, but still, you get it. It's more dramatic, and you want to feel their emotion, and you want to be in the character's shoes. Dunkirk is a bunch of British guys with no women in the movie. It's well shot. I'll give it that. I can also review that for PG-13 month, but again, the accents are going to kill me, guys. If I make it a lot of that movie alive, you know, it must have been divine intervention because I don't think I could make a stomach a movie like that. But yeah, here are the other reviewers. The Guardian gave it 3 out of 5. He noted that the similarity to the A-Team. He praised the film for a lighter comedic touch. Yeah, thanks to this guy, Chris Evans, who is a very funny guy, and he's down to earth. He described it as a big dumb fun movie. Yeah, the freaking Spillcom shit on this movie, saying, one of them said, "Oh, it's bullshit." I'm like, it's an action movie from 2010. We're lucky we got something like this and not Jonah Hex, which came out the same year, and that movie also tanked, and that movie is horrible. Horrible. It's not bad, it's horrible. This is passable at the very least. You have a Saturday afternoon where you have nothing to watch. Watch this. Stream it on Netflix. Watch it on YouTube or wherever you can find it. Get the DVD or Blu-ray. It's fun. It's worth your time, guys. To make a long story short, even Quentin Tarantino liked this movie. This guy is sometimes whacked in the head, but he can write and he can direct. He said, calling it dumb fun. Exactly. Shut your brain off, people. Not every movie is going to be a deep philosophical meaning of life film. It's just entertainment. Take it easy. Shut your brain off and have a good time. That's how I loved Ant-Man and the Wasp this year. And Deadpool 2. I wasn't looking for freaking the Ten Commandments or something like that. I was watching an action movie with some funny moments. That's what I'm looking for, guys. That's what the movie theaters are made for. Your entertainment. Not, let me text, let me tweet, let me freaking talk, let me bring babies, let me freaking throw freaking flyers in people's faces. No. Entertainment is the key word. Did I get it with The Losers? I did. I was surprised. I thought I was going to hate it. I like the film. Don't love it, but I like it enough because there's enough actors in it to keep me interested. So, and they're likable. Unlike some other franchises. Yeah. But anyway, I like The Losers. Tevye, if you've seen this movie, tell me your thoughts because I know you're a master at freaking knowing about comics, dude. You got more knowledge than I'll ever have. But yeah, it's a fun movie. It deserves to. It should have made money. I would have loved to seen a sequel with even more actors, like with Paula Patton in the film, or freaking Scarlett Johansson, or freaking even Olivia Wilde. I would love to see her in a movie like this. Her as a badass mercenary, special ops. I'll be like, here's my money, take it, because I want to see that. But yeah, The Losers is fun. Give it a watch. I was hard on it at first because Zoe Saldana at the time, I didn't. She was like poison to me. But after the girls I sat through in freaking Disney Wars and Jurassic World, yeah, I think I can take her. But anyway, it's a fun movie. Watch it. See you in the next video, guys.